What's up, y'all? It's Jordan Martin of Martin Stock Club, Martin Investment Group. Here are one, two, three. Here are five stocks I'm looking at. Normally it's three. We going five this time. First, though, we got to point out CPI. It comes out tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. So this can completely shift how things happen pre-market and invalidate some of the things I'm about to show you right now. However, we still gonna go over this because if nothing else, you're still gonna be able to learn how to make a watch list, look at some technicals, and set some things up. So here's some things I'm looking at, CPI aside. But of course, with CPI, it creates a lot of good day trading and scalping opportunities because there should be some volatility to come into the market with CPI and jobless claims coming out. All right, let's get into it. Alibaba, huge run up on the daily, crazy, just nonstop pumping up. We see we had some news for Alibaba coming out. All right, here's the deal though. Now we're sitting at this resistance from July. All right, so that's a key level from the monthly. We're not going to kick it over to the monthly, but it's key level from the monthly. And we see we have a gap there as well. So here's the deal, right? A lot of times you'll shoot mid gap as a resistance. That'll put us at about 117.50 or so. So I'm going to mark that off as a potential level to watch. But more or less what I'm going to look at is if we can take out and close above on the 15-minute, 5 or 15, depending on the scalp or day trade it. This high, which is 115.58. If we could take that out, which will also give us an inside day breakout on Alibaba, then I'm going to look at us going ahead and moving up to 117.50. And then ultimately, we can see some resistance there before maybe going ahead and filling that gap, right, as a final target. Because we do see that once we get up there, we'll be triple topping. And I'm not trying to hold something to a triple top. I'd rather get out right before so I don't have to worry about being a super precise on my reversal. All right. Other than that, tons of room to the downside. If we do have bad news, we'll see that we'll start a cascade of taking out lows on Alibaba. And that's what I'll be looking at is taking out lows and then closing some gaps. And we see we got some gaps here as well. So looking at Alibaba, main play is this inside day. Taking it either way, we have some good targets both sides. So just looking at which way we break. RSI is overbought and has been for a minute, which can also kind of give us some indication that we should be cooling off at some point soon. But it's the market. CPI comes out. You never know. All right. Slide over to MGM. MGM, simple trade, triple top. Looking for a move back down. RSI curling over. But most importantly, is that we are now testing this resistance. And if we could take out the low from today, which is 38.41, 7 mile left for 38.40, give me about a 5-minute bar close under that. I'm gonna look at us coming back down and testing the low of this day, which was 37.58. And then once we break through there, we got a gap at 37.20 that we can start hitting. And that'll be where I would drop out of my day trade if we get that move a short-term swing, right? 1 day, 2 day swing, but potential to move all the way back down towards 35 if we can see some big movement, especially if the market news is bearish. NVIDIA, all right, kind of this demand zone pop up, gap below, gap above. Let's take it down to the 2 hours. You can see that gap above, all right? And this is why I like it. I like it really for the bull side. I must look at it both ways. I really like the bull side because, one, we got an ascending triangle, which we're looking at for the breakout to go ahead and move up, fill the gap. That's the main trade. But of course, we knocked down through this trend line, which is showing us that we're making those higher lows. And then once we start knocking these out, we can go ahead, all right, take out these lows for entry. And then we can go ahead and target lows and then, of course, gap fill, where we should see some bouncing around. So, again, heavy on looking at what happens with CPI, but upside target, gap fill, 165. Downside, we break down trend, and we start taking out these lows, retest the low here, and then, break through that possibly and go ahead and move to the gap below. Tesla, America's favorite stock, right? Tesla. So Tesla looks kind of like NVIDIA. We're seeing Tesla bounce, and it looks like it wants to break out this range. All right, so we do see we did drop down some there. But all in all, Tesla has been in this kind of box right between 103 and 123. So about $20 range, you can definitely trade it. The next move will be down, right? But I'm feeling like we're gonna go up here. We do see it. There's some news going on with Elon Musk, but nevertheless, Tesla is time for a flip. I mean, it's time for a flip. We see we came down. We started to climb back up on the 2-hour. We take it over to the weekly, right? We see we're still hella oversold on the weekly. And if you plot it, you see we really haven't come down to that level of oversold since 2019. And after that, it did start moving back up. All right. For us to be this far down and for us to start this reversal pattern, bing, bing, bing. Right. So we got a Morningstar reversal going here. We have, that move down, we hammered out. Right. And now we're coming back up. That looks pretty good for a potential, swing on the weekly to take it back up to about the midway point around 137 with this big red candle, and then ultimately test the high before we start back breaking down. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at on Tesla. Oversold, reversal on the candlesticks. Just a really good play all around when you look at it like that, or a good trade to take. Right. You can stop out below the low if you want to have it that far down, but then you can also go ahead and target the gap fill depending on how far you want to go out. I don't know if Tesla will get that high, but I wouldn't mind targeting here and then just targeting my stop loss as the open of this weekly candle. All right, so it would have took out the low, current low, and coming back inside this weekly candle, I want to go ahead and cut it. But we have some pretty decent room to the upside, right? So that'll probably be a contract that's like 2-3 months out. Save yourself on that theta decay and then give it some room to work out. And then lastly, American Airlines. All right, American Airlines, triple top, bam. Uno, dos, tres. We kind of got 4 right here. Cuatro, right? So we got the top, and you see every time it comes up to this level, boom, down, boom, down, boom, down. And now we're here again. Difference. Notice how strong this move was up here, right? Strong move, green, 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 green. Every day green, no new lows, just highs. No new lows, no new lows, no new lows, no new. All right, so wait till we get a new low. We get a new low, we finna. But I'm thinking we reject here just a little bit off the strength of the huge move up, overbought. They did have some news as well that was bullish, but overbought, testing resistance. When we like to see a little curl down, the candles really haven't gotten that smaller, so we're not seeing a decrease in in strength on the bull side. We're not really seeing a decrease in that, but we take out the low, we can start moving down, take some more lows out. And I think ultimately with this strength that we've been seeing, we get earnings next week on American Airlines. That might be what kicks us back up on the monthly, back up to this $18 area after we've been trading in this little range this whole time. And even on the monthly, you can see that we're looking a lot stronger right now. We still have 19 days left, but we're looking pretty strong for now. All right, so that was MGM, NVIDIA, Tesla, AAL, which is American Airlines, and Alibaba, right? 5 stocks to look at for the upcoming week, for tomorrow. Some swing trade opportunities, some day trade opportunities. However we gonna get it, we're gonna get this money. But remember, CPI comes out at 8:30, and that can shift everything I just showed you. And then we're gonna be scalping in day trade based on CPI. And some of these swings will still be valid, right? Some of the swings down, some of the swings up. So that's why I did look at it both ways. Of course, if you got any questions, put them in the comments, hit me on Discord, hit me on Instagram, like, comment, share, subscribe, share it with somebody who needs to get a bag because they spent all their Christmas money. Peace out, y'all. Have a good day tomorrow.